Reality fans, this is not a recap. This is every jaw-dropping 90-Day Fiancé update of 2025. The scandals, surgeries, babies, lawsuits, and betrayals that TLC isn't showing you. Let's get into it with the Hunt for Love fallout.
That's not your business. Shut up.
I have to start with Jeniffer and Cole. I have been very closely following Tim's ex and her pilot Boy Toy's social media moves, and there are clues that despite calling it quits at the Hunt for Love tell-all, these two may be meeting up all over the world and using co-star Rocky to cover their tracks. We know Jeniffer and Tiffany's ex were hanging out at the Homecoming Music Festival in Fiji in September. The woman fans last saw storming out of the tell-all posted pics and a video of herself dancing with Rocky and making no mention of Cole. Our tongues were wagging. Then, when they were spotted together again at another concert in California, right where Cole lives, Rocky had to respond to the rumors. He spilled the burning hot tea that Cole was with Jeniffer at the event. This was just weeks ago. Was Cole with them in Fiji too? Neither he or Jeniffer have talked about each other or featured any pics together since the tell-all aired. They could still be bound by an NDA, and maybe they are secretly filming right now. Tell me in the comments if I'm reading too much into their reunion. While we move on, Colt is never single for long, and he's also never not being accused of using women. As his post-Hunt for Love romance with Courtney plays out on 90-Day Diaries in real time, Colt has been in Brazil since late August. Not with Courtney, but with a new girlfriend. She's a fool. I mean, a veterinarian named Diana. Her flaming red hair and curves might remind you of one of Colt's other exes, Jess, not to be confused with his first wife, Larissa, or his current estranged wife, Vanessa. Yes, Colt has gone international again. The fan theory is that he's mooching off this new woman while continuing to recover from his leg injury. While Courtney has stayed quiet publicly, she did drop one cryptic comment on a post revealing Colt's new romance. Interesting. One word, but that says it all. For now. With Courtney and Vanessa both liking shady comments, this saga is far from over. Gino is back in front of TLC cameras, but this time he's alone. After his disastrous roller coaster marriage with Jasmine ended in a fiery implosion and a sweet little stranger, Gino was spotted filming for a new season of The Single Life. Sources say he's actively dating again, and here's where things get spicy. His other ex, Natalie, might appear too.
And we bring in the horse from Vegas.
She's the one Jasmine threw down with at the pool hall on Happily Ever After. The timeline is messy, but Natalie and Gino were caught filming together after their breakup in a scene that hasn't yet played out on air. So Gino is not done with reality TV, and neither are the women who survived him. Remember how Tiffany showed up to Hunt for Love like she was single and ready to mingle? Turns out she had just broken up with her boyfriend Ronnie before the show, and they got back together immediately afterward. The timeline and the fact that her new love has the same name as Tiffany's ex-husband Ronald has fans buzzing. After getting close only on camera to Carlo and then Rocky, the mom of two even kept up the ruse by teasing a romance with her Hunt for Love bestie Tim, which we did not buy for 1 second. Some fans believe she had a boyfriend the entire time and just played single for the check. But Tiffany isn't bothered by the whispers.
Who would have thought your girl is back in love? Butterflies.
She says she's happy now with Ronnie, and that's all that matters. Her new Queen Bee status in the 90-Day universe can't hurt either. Now, the couple known for their unresolved mess is finally getting some resolution. Rob and Sophie. We met them on the OG series, and by The Last Resort Season 2, Sophie made it clear Rob isn't her dream man. They both kept orbiting in the 90-Day universe long after their split, until their unfinished drama blew up all over Hunt for Love. Even though Sophie didn't appear on the spinoff for singles, she was one of the biggest plot twists at the tell-all. Rob told the entire cast that Sophie had a fling with Chantel's ex-husband Pedro, which I was following in real time and can assure you was just one weekend road trip in March. Sophie claims she would have been at the tell-all to speak for herself, but that Rob threw a man tantrum and production canceled her cameo. But then things got even darker. In June, Sophie came forward with horrifying details about an alleged assault by a stranger. She posted graphic photos of her bloodied lips, later revealing she'd received stitches and filed a police report. The attack left her unable to live stream, which she mainly does on OF, her primary source of income, and in significant physical and emotional pain. Sophie was cruelly mocked online, even accused of faking hospital documents. But the case is now in the hands of police. Then Sophie made her final move, revealing in a recent episode of 90 Day Diaries that she had officially filed for divorce from Rob. She delivered the news on camera, also revealing she was moving to Los Angeles, where Rob still lives. While the divorce is not finalized yet, Sophie's 2025 has been a whirlwind, and we will keep watching to see what comes next. When The Other Way premiered in September, featuring Jenny and Sumit moving in with his parents, fans rolled our eyes. This must be another recycled TLC storyline, especially after a decade of drama with Sumit's mom, Sana. Jenny wouldn't shack up with the woman who called her old and useless. Oh yes, she would. In a brand new interview, Jenny finally confirmed what viewers are skeptical about. She and Sumit actually did move in with his parents. According to Jenny, the couple's financial struggles and responsibility to help care for Sana and Sumit's dad make it the peaceful choice. She said they wanted to be obedient and tried to repair the relationship, but admitted it hasn't been easy. Jenny describes the living situation as not great and hinted that the old wounds between her and Sana haven't healed. There's still tension in the house, and Jenny isn't sure how long they'll be able to make it work. So for anybody convinced this plotline was staged, surprise, it's very real, very awkward, and very much still unfolding behind the scenes. Let's talk about a low-key scandal that's got fans fuming. You know how 90 Day Diaries is supposed to be filmed by the cast, handheld style to show their real lives? Well, get this. In an episode that aired earlier this year featuring Thais and Patrick, eagle-eyed fans spotted a cameraman in the background of a scene. Oopsie! The fourth wall cracked, and now we're questioning the entire premise of Diaries, which continues to air right now. But behind the scenes, insiders say production is scrambling to edit future episodes more carefully. But we are not letting this one go. Shekinah and Sarper started their journey on The Other Way that appeared on 90 Day Fiancé earlier this year. What you didn't see on TV is the legal drama now unfolding behind the scenes. Sarper launched a stand-up comedy tour after showcasing his new skills at the Tell-All. But things quickly turned messy when a company that writes material and books gigs for aspiring comics sued him for allegedly breaking their contract and going rogue. According to sources, Sarper wanted to freestyle his act and ignore the jokes written for him. Classic Sarper. But the company says they invested time, money, and resources and now want compensation. Shekinah, meanwhile, is standing by her man, but fans have noticed her posting fewer couple pics, more wellness content, and one telling quote, "Sometimes the joke isn't funny anymore." Wow, maybe the spotlight's starting to dim on Sarper's stand-up career, or perhaps it's another brilliant move to keep TLC interested. The way Shekinah throws down with other cast members and constantly keeps us guessing about her marriage makes them a no-brainer for The Last Resort, which has officially been renewed. You may get a chance to see the 90-day version of Barbie and Ken in a city near you. Fans who've hit up Sarper's comedy shows say he's come a long way since the Tell-All, and some of his co-stars have even shown up to support the former exotic dancer. Forget Beach, he does jokes now. I'm not done yet. Next, we're getting into the surgeries, secret insecurities, baby heartbreaks, and the moments that had us fans ugly crying in the comments. Let's start with what I'm calling the make under era. Forget big lips and BBLs. These 90 Day stars are stripping it down and starting over, and the reasons go way deeper than you think. Spin-off worthy breakout star Chantel revealed just weeks ago that she's undergone a breast reduction.
To the news, titties.
After years of viewers accusing her of having implants, Chantel finally set the record straight. "They're real, God gave me these," she declared. But despite proudly defending her natural chest in the past, Chantel shared that the pain was too much. She's a traveling nurse, so she's on her feet all day, and the back pain has been real. The Hunt for Love hottie documented the entire process, from her consultation to her post-op recovery, and even shared that her girlfriend Ashley was by her side through the healing. She made it clear this was about health, not vanity. Now let's talk about Larissa. The former light lightning rod of the franchise, who was fired for adult live streaming, then found great success on OF, is now suddenly reversing some of her cosmetic procedures. Larissa underwent a full make-under, courtesy of E's new show, Plastic Surgery Rewind. Colty's ex got rid of her facial fillers, which took 13 vials of dissolver, and downsized her breasts by nearly 50%. Her new look is sparking tons of comments and praise from fans. Now the news I was super excited to hear: Larissa is open to returning to the franchise. She dropped in an interview that if TLC comes calling, she's ready. Could her rebrand be a calculated move to get back on TLC, or a step toward the normal life and job in hospitality that this Vegas girl says she ultimately wants? Either way, I'm intrigued. Who do you think Larissa called out when asked who else in the 90-day universe should consider a make-under? That's right. She was really nice about it, but she said Darcey. And that comment hit right as Darcey herself admitted she's been thinking about it. But where she plans to start is risky, with a 5th boob job. According to Darcey, her current chest size is causing her serious back pain too, and she's ready to feel lighter and more natural, but still sexy. When Mr. Georgie, heard all this talk, he told his wife she is beautiful and doesn't need any more surgery. She responded with a shocking revelation, outing her hubby for asking their doc about a nose job and ab etching for himself. What? Isn't he a fitness trainer? Just work out, bro. If you're thinking, wait, I thought Darcey dumped Georgie again, you are not wrong. Just a couple weeks ago, she declared she was done with him. Fans were cheering her on until they were both spotted together in Mexico, getting stem cell treatment, smiling for photos, and tagging the same facility. Is this another attempt to save the relationship? Or are they both getting treatments to prep for their own respective revenge bodies? Darcey's stem cell journey might signal a major image rebrand, away from surgeries and filters toward a softer, more natural look. Whatever the next chapter is, she is gonna post it, promote it, and possibly film it for her next reality comeback, which we will be watching. Stevi, one of the most talked about stars of 90 Day Fiancé Season 11, is now facing a new kind of controversy. She's lost 40 pounds and looks incredible, but fans are raising eyebrows over how that journey is being used. Her husband, Mahdi, is now promoting himself as a wellness coach and taking credit for Stevi's transformation. His latest post pushed workout plans, diet programs, and accountability coaching, all with Stevi's before and after photos. He even featured this fan's body-shaming drivel aimed at his wife for an Instagram video. Fans are calling it exploitative, especially after Stevi was vulnerable about her struggles with self-esteem and body image. But so far, she is totally playing along, insisting that it's about being the healthiest version of herself. And we know Stevi does care very much about women's bodies. Of course, we weren't getting through this video without some antics from Natalie, the always controversial ex-wife of Mike and ex-kind-of-girlfriend of Josh, just unveiled her new nose. After revealing on the latest episode of 90 Day Diaries that she went under the knife, the Ukrainian beauty debuted her fresh look at the Ms. Nationality California pageant and won the crown. Congratulations! While Natalie steps into her new role as a beauty queen, Mike has a new title too, Daddy. His baby girl was born in early October, changing Mike's life forever. Mom is Mike's girlfriend of 2 years, Sarah Rose. Fans then speculated whether Natalie's surgery was a reaction to Mike's big life update or an attempt to stay relevant. But even Natalie wouldn't go that far, would she? From dream babies to a medical nightmare, this moment had fans holding our breath. After years of trying to start a family, Annie and David finally welcomed their dream baby in March, and fans were celebrating right alongside them. But what they didn't see coming was a terrifying health scare. Shortly after Mintira was born, she experienced a medical emergency, eventually being diagnosed with RSV. Annie has since posted that the baby is okay, but described the experience as the most terrifying 48 hours of our lives. David thanked fans for their prayers, and the couple just celebrated Mintira's 7-month birthday. What a blessing. Let's wrap things up with some emotional updates and international families still fighting to be together. Fans love Niles and Matilda, the Alabama to Ghana couple whose love story on Before the 90 Days was filled with financial hardship and a last-minute wedding officiated by Mr. Ark, the village elder and sexual health advocate. Well, in 2025, their love is still going strong, but Matilda still isn't in the US. US. They're waiting on her visa, which has been delayed, but Niles just revealed he's traveling back to Ghana soon to visit his wife. Lots of fans were critical when Niles launched a GoFundMe to bring Matilda over, asking for $8,000 and ultimately raising more than double that. So if he's using the excess cash to reunite with his squishy, I guess that is what those who donated intended. Despite past red flags, Niles insists they're happily married and doing things the right way. Whether TLC is filming their reunion, that remains to be seen.
Mina was devastated that her son isn't able to come.
Now, one of the most heart-wrenching stories that aired this year, Mark and Mina's struggle to bring her son Clayton to America. Mina, originally from France, has been separated from her son since moving to the US to marry Mark. Viewers watched her break down over it on the show, and after their tell-all, that heartbreak continued until June, when the family was finally reunited in the Netherlands. Mina posted tearful photos, writing poetically that time stood still when she hugged her son. It was a moment filled with love. I hate to report, though, that Clayton still doesn't have a US visa. They reunited in Holland because that was the only way for Mina to see him. Mark has said the adoption process will begin as soon as Clayton gets to America, but for now, they remain a family split across continents. We are finally at the happily ever after of 2025 with Liz. She left Big Ed and her rebound BF Jason in the dust this year, only to face another obstacle: stomach and ovarian cancer. Her harrowing chemo journey is playing out on 90 Day Diaries right now. But here's a happy spoiler. Liz is now healthy, glowing, cancer-free, and engaged to a new man viewers haven't met yet. And he'll stay her little secret for now. Liz revealed to a fan who witnessed her hot air balloon proposal that she is still under contract with TLC and therefore legally bound to keep her lips sealed. Cameras were nowhere to be seen during her public proposal. Will we meet this fiancé on 90 Day Diaries? Or are producers trying to build mystery around her new relationship before they debut him on screen? Either way, Liz's happy ending is something fans will certainly celebrate. As all these off-camera updates continue, fans are watching closely to see who might return to the franchise next. We already know Gino is filming for The Single Life, Larissa is ready and willing, Liz can't speak because she's bound by a TLC contract, and Chantel just had major surgery with her girlfriend by her side. You know cameras were rolling for that. The next seasons of The Single Life and The Last Resort could be the most explosive yet. What might be coming in 2026? I want to hear from you. Do you think Colt's new girlfriend is in it for love or leverage? Is Chantel's make-under just the beginning of a full rebrand? And is Gino finally ready for his redemption arc or just more disaster? Drop your theories, your outrage, and your receipts in the comments. And don't forget, the juiciest episodes of my weekly video podcast, 90 Day Fiancé Unfiltered, land right here on my channel every Tuesday. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss an exclusive update or cast confession. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you soon.